Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ito po si Jomar Hilario, and tonight we have a webinar on discussing about how you can resign from your work even though you got promoted and start a work at home accounting business. Tonight is going to be an interview with our guest Andrea Chiu, and she's from Mandaluyong, two kids and one husband. And yeah, as you read from the title, she just resigned from work immediately after getting promoted, and she's already here. She's listening to us, and I'd like to ask everyone, if you can hear me, can you type? Can you answer the question? Are you excited for tonight's webinar? Type no yes if you are excited, and welcome everyone for this brand new time slot 10 o'clock. Tell me, of course, if you are a first timer since we changed schedule. First timer ka ba? Like, type nyo dyan, first timer ako. Yan, okay? So let's see if we can get Andrea there. Oh yan, may mainstay, may first timer, ganyan. Sana laging 10 p.m. ang webinars para lagi ako maka-attend from Nesty. I think Nesty is in Saudi. Okay? So also, if you can just please entertain us with another answer. What city are you sitting on right now? Anong siyudad ka nakaupo right now? Okay? So, Eugenio is a first timer. Bernie, hello. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Henry. Hello, John. Mga first timer John. So, we're all around the world. CDO, Marikina, KSA, Pangasinan, Los Baños, Makati, Cebu, Baguio, Singapore, Rahima City. Diba, everybody knows where that is, right? Mandaluyong, Singapore. Okay, so we're all excited to find out how she did it and why she did it. And everybody here is Andrea Chiu. You'd better help me with your last name. Chiu. Tama ba? Andre, Andre
Hello?
Chiu. Tama ba? Pakisabi nga yung last name mo for everyone.
Yes. Sure.
Chiu.
Hello.
Diyos ko po, yun lang naman pala. Andrea Chiu.
Yes.
Okay, so let
Sure.
me show your
Mhm.
screen to everyone. Pakisabi nga kung bakit walang sound ng baby dyan sa bahay ninyo. Ano ang
Okay.
ano nangyari?
Yung two kids ko is kasama ngayon ng husband ko. Nag-milk tea date sila para walang maingay at walang umiiyak sa background.
Ayan, para sa inyo, nag-date ang pamilya ni Andrea. Okay.
Ah,
Okay, so Andrea, somebody's already asking you, hindi ka ba Chinese? Obvious ba? Anyway, nagtatanong eh.
Actually, hindi. May blood kaming Chinese, pero yung husband ko kasi talaga ay 75% Chinese.
Okay.
So,
O ayan na, nasagot na namin agad ang tanong nyo. On na tayo.
mm-mm.
On na tayo.
Okay.
May question agad. Pinsan mo ba si yung artista si Kim Chu?
Kim Chu. Kim Chu. Magkamukha lang kami pero hindi kami magkakilala.
Ayan, totoo yan. Okay, sige, let's go. Tell us all about your background and stuff. Go into your presentation. It's okay.
Okay, so una sa lahat, good morning sa lahat ng nakikinig ng webinar ni Jomar. Ako si Andrea Chu and tonight I will be talking about paano at bakit ako nag-resign kahit na bagong promote and how I became a VA accountant. So, first of all, sino ba si VA accountant Andrea Chu? Okay. First of all, I'm a wife and a mother, katulad ng introduction ni Jomar kanina. Ito yung kids ko, age 5 at saka 2 years old. I used to work for Globe Telecom as a CPA financial analyst. Ang question is, ano ba ang ginagawa ng CPA financial analyst sa corporate setting? We are responsible for the annual budget ng grupo namin. We are responsible for coming up with the financial plans and cost-cutting measures para ma-meet yung budget every year. As a financial analyst sa Globe, I loved what I do, kahit na puro number siya. Kasi yung office mates ko, they're more than just office mates. They have already become my friends dun sa 5 years stay ko sa Globe. So dito, if you can see the picture, dito binigyan lang ako baby shower before I gave birth to my second. And we also have the seasonal videoke parties. Yung pag Christmas season, o kaya pag merong may birthday or may na-promote, yan, we go out. Isa pang gusto ko sa trabaho ko is seasonal ang overtime. I know karamihan ang impression sa accountant, yan yung mga laging ginagabi, laging nag-overtime. Pero sa department namin, it's seasonal pag parating na yung budget season. Kaya ako gusto yung trabaho ko. Aside from that, maganda yung pay, maganda yung benefits. So, saan ka pa, di ba? Ba't ka pa mag-resign? Kaya lang, ever since, hindi ko goal umakyat ng corporate ladder. Kasi, ang impression ko, the more na akit ako sa corporate ladder, ibig sabihin nun, less time for my family kasi bukod sa more responsibilities, more overtime din. However, in October 2012, I was promoted as manager. As manager, ang trabaho ko is to oversee the work of 3 regular employees plus 2 contractuals. Dito sa picture, medyo recent na kasi to. Dito yung dinalaw nila ako sa bahay, work at home na ako dito. Okay. So yan, as I said, more overtime. So, nag-iisip ako noon, ano ba ang dapat kong gawin para hindi ako maging employee for long. Kaya lang takot ako kasi iwan yung employment ko kasi nga, as I said, maganda yung pay, saka maganda yung benefits. So, paano ko iiwan yung employment ko? And higit sa lahat, ang question is, anong gagawin ko sa bahay? Ayoko kasi na nasa bahay lang. Mabubore ako at saka nadidepress ako pag nasa bahay lang pag wala akong ginagawa. Yung kinukwento ko nga kay Jomer kanina, okay akong mag-work at home pero hindi stay at home. Kasi when you say stay at home, para sa akin, the usual chores lang, yun. Pero gusto ko work kasi may ginagawa ako. I'm earning something. So, backtrack lang tayo ng konti dun sa question na what will I do at home? Noong 2012, I gave birth to my second child. Pag dalawa na pala yung anak mo, all the more yung separation anxiety, mas malala tuwing iniiwan ko sila sa yaya. Sa yaya lang kasi sila naiiwan kasi malayo yung parents ko nakatira. So, lalong tumindi yung desire na sa bahay na lang ako. So, nag-start ako mag-isip ng anong magandang racket or meron kayang business na pwedeng gawin para sa bahay na lang ako, hindi na ako papasok sa office. So, in 2012, me and my husband started a business. Fortunately, that business failed. So, after a few months lang in operation, nag-close siya. So, we're back to zero. Ano na naman ang gagawin ko para hindi na ako maging employee? Doon ko na-encounter yung Christmas bundles ni Jomar noong 2012. I availed of the VA seminar downloadable noong December 2012.
Can you backtrack?
Pero nung inavail ko yon, wala pa rin akong planong mag-resign.
Can you backtrack a bit kung paano mo na-discover yung Christmas bundles in the first place? Who introduced?
Yung Christmas bundles, sa totoo lang, hindi ko matandaan kung paano ko na-encounter si Jomar eh. Pero definitely, it's through Bo Sanchez. Kasi nagsasubscribe ako sa newsletter ni Bo Sanchez ng stock market, saka ng mga soul food niya. Definitely doon ko nakita. Pero hindi ko na gaanong maalala paano ako napunta dun sa 2012 Christmas bundle. Kasi parang nung time na yun, parang namamahalan ako. Parang hindi ako willing mag mag-avail ng mga programs kasi andun pa yung doubt ko na baka scam yung VA or ano ba talaga yung VA, bakit kailangan mag-training pa, kung online lang naman. So, doon, nung nag-Christmas bundles, since discounted yung VA seminar, and iniisip ko, total din naman, plano ko mag-resign, bakit hindi pa ako mag-invest? Gumastos ng konti, what's a few thousand para sa long-term na freedom naman or long-term na kasama ko na yung mga anak ko everyday. So, doon kinavail yung 2012 Christmas bundle. Pero still, wala pa rin akong plano to resign anytime soon. Backup plan ko lang siya. So, hindi ko minamadali assignment. Pag may time lang, singit-singit, gano'n. Pero, hindi pa rin siya priority. Nung, ang question ngayon is, what made me finally decide to work at home? Ano yung turning point? So, as I said, December 2012 ko inavail yung downloadable seminar. Mga first quarter of 2013, nagkakaproblema na ako sa yaya, sa mga nag-aalaga sa mga anak ko. In a span of 6 months siguro, nagpalit kami 4 na beses ng kasambahay. And yung last straw was, nung yung nag-iisa na lang yung natitira, umalis pa na walang paalam. So I was left with no choice. Pasok ako office o may iwan o dito sa bahay mag-aalaga ako sa mga anak ko. Kaya lang ang fear ko naman nun, hindi pa ako ready magtrabaho sa bahay. Ang assignment ko 10% finish pa lang, halos wala pa akong nagagawa. Wala pa ako nung skills na kailangan for online. Yun yung feeling ko noon. Pero wala eh, kailangan ko mag step up. I had to make a choice. Naalala ko nung nag-decide ako noon, umiiyak pa ako sa husband ko kasi parang bigla ko na-realize, eto na, this is the day na kailangan ko na talagang mag-decide, tutuloy ko ba yung corporate job ko or mag-work at home na lang ako. Kasi remember, October 2012, na-promote ako. Tapos ito, mga February or March, biglang wala akong yaya. So, mag-resign ba ako? Paano ko sasabihin sa boss ko kung ganun yung maging decision ko? So, wala. Ang pinili ko syempre, family ko. So, paano ko sinabi sa boss ko na sorry boss, ilang months lang ako naging manager, hindi kailangan ko na umalis. Paano ko siya ginawa? Um, I requested for a special setup noon sa boss ko. Dahil mga March na noon, mid-March, malapit na summer vacation, nag-request ako sa boss ko kung pwedeng sa morning, sa bahay ako magtatrabaho habang nasa school yung eldest ko. Tapos, after lunch, papasok ako sa office, pero dala-dala ko yung anak ko. Mga 3 weeks din yon. Yung bunso ko naman, pinadala ko muna sa Marikina, sa parents ko. Uh, so, mga 3 weeks, ganun yung setup namin. Very understanding naman yung boss ko sa ganung setup, basta hindi naman na-sacrifice yung trabaho ko. And then, nung finally, nag-summer vacation na, doon ko na kinausap yung boss ko na hindi na kayang masustain yung setup na gano'n at nakita rin naman niya na nag-effort naman ako na to make it work na pagsabayin. Kaya lang syempre hindi ko naman kayang i-compromise yung time ko with the family. para dun sa trabaho ko. So, sinabi ko na siya sa kanya na, siyempre humingi rin ako pasensya, umiyak din ako sa boss ko noon, na kailangan na silang iwan. Parang drama masyado. Hindi, pero, yun. Swerte ako kasi yung boss ko, very supportive pagdating sa family affairs. Basta pagdating sa family time, sinusuportahan niya talaga. Yun, pumayag naman siya. Ang request lang niya is to extend beyond the 30-day notice. Mula nung nagpaalam ako sa kanya, kung pwede ko pa raw siyang bigyan until 1.5 or 2 months yata para lang sa transition. Kasi nga, bagong promote ako and then yung mga staff ko, halos mga bago din. So, walang papalit sa akin kung sakali. Sabi, okay. So, habang umaandar yung 30 days na notice ko, ano yung mga ginawa ko to prepare for possible unemployment? Kasi nga, hindi pa tapos yung assignment ko. Una, syempre, minadali ko yung VA assignment ko. Ang naging problema ko naman nun, dahil nga yung mga anak ko, doon ko muna iniwan sa Marikina sa parents ko, nawalan ako ng time for the VA assignment kasi everyday, magbabiyahe na kami ng 2 hours papunta at pabalik para makapasok sa office tapos maka-spend naman ng time sa kanila sa gabi. So, nawala na ako ng time paggawa ng VA assignment. Habang gagawa ko VA assignment, in parallel, nag-a-apply na rin ako sa ODESK, sa ELANS, and parang desperate na ako nun, pati data encoding jobs, writing jobs, ina-applyan ko, pinapatulan ko. Nagkaroon nga ako actually ng client for a writing job. Kaya lang, since hindi ko siya kasi talaga interest, hindi ko skill magsulat, hindi rin ako tumagal doon. So, inend ko rin yung contract dun sa client na yun. At the same time, yung sweldo ko every payday, hindi ko na rin ginagalaw, tinatabi ko na yun sa savings. Kasi nga, andun yung thought na kung hindi man ako magkaroon ng client agad o kung ano mang racket, at least meron akong pera sa sarili ko. Ako kasi yung tipong hindi ko kaya ng wala akong personal money. Hindi dahil magastos ako, kundi for my peace of mind lang din, ayoko yung wala akong sariling money. So yun. Yun yung mga preparations na ginawa ko. Finally, on May 15, 2013, this is my last day of being an employee. Pero wala pa rin akong client. I decided na baka dapat mag-change strategy. Kasi apply kahit saan, parang shotgun na basta may makita ang opening, sa tingin ko, pasok naman yung skill ko, apply. So, sabi ko, baka dapat mag-iba tayong strategy kasi wala pumapansin, reject lahat, data encoding na nga lang, reject pa rin. So, I decided to change strategy. Sabi ko, why not stick to my core? Kung ano yung magaling ako, doon ako mag-apply. Kahit na wala pa akong portfolio to show dahil wala pa nga assignment, at least ma-market ko na yung sarili ko based on my work experience sa corporate. So that's what I did. Doon ako nag-focus na lang ako sa accounting. Hindi na ako nagtitingin sa data entry jobs, sa writing jobs, kahit yung mga social media, hindi ko na siya tinitignan. So, doon ako focus sa accounting. So May 15, di ba, last day of employment ko. Nung May 16, one day after, meron akong in-apply ang trabaho sa ODESK. Ang description niya is financial analyst. And ang details ng job is exactly the same as what I did dun sa previous job ko sa Globe as financial analyst. Ganun din siya, budgets, financial plans. So nag-try ako mag-apply. Kaya lang, ang problema naman din dun, ang requirements niya, dapat marunong sa QuickBooks, na hindi ako marunong. Dapat, second requirement niya is may minimum hours of work na sa ODESK, na wala pa ako dahil nga newbie ako. Third is, meron siyang binigay na exam sa akin. parang mga spreadsheets niya, ng operations niya, pinapa-analyze niya sa akin, tapos pinapabigyan niya ako ng recommendation. Nung tinignan ko, dahil nga accountant ako, tinatry kong ibang i-align yung mga numbers, i-tally, hindi bangga yung numbers. So, email pa ako sa kanya ulit. Sabi ko, do you have any other documents? Kasi parang iba-iba yung numbers. Ang sagot niya lang sa akin is, uh, answer the best that I can. Kasi daw, yung ibang applicants, nasagot naman. So, sagutin ko rin daw. All the more, parang kinabahan na ako na malabo to ah. So, anyway, tuloy lang ako. So, apply pa din. Ang ginawa ko na lang style sa kanya, ginamit ako accounting theories. Kung ano yung alam ko, na in theory, ganun lang siya. Parang ginagawan ko lang ng kwento yung spreadsheet niya, in-interpret ko, tapos parang gawa lang ako ng mga scenarios na parang mga scenario analysis, parang ganun. So, ang next na date, important date is May 30, 2013. This is 15 days after my last day of employment. On May 30, 2013, my contract with this client started. So, hindi ko in-expect na ako yung i-hire niya. Yeah. So, hinire niya ako and I am still working for him as a financial analyst. So, kamusta naman ako ngayon as a CPA, as a VA, financial analyst, accountant. Ang masabi ko is, I'm a lot busier. Mas busy ako kumpara nung nasa corporate ako. Siguro 2 times, 3 times. Pero I'm also a lot happier. Which is siguro mga 5 times. Na happy. Bakit? Una kasi I still get to do what I love to do. Financial reporting, product costing, profitability analysis, yan pa din yung mga ginagawa ko. Exactly the same as my last employment. Kaya lang, may bonus. This time, random road trips na kami ng family ko. And ito yung pictures, punta kami sa, yung Volkswagen, hindi amin yan. Gusto kasi nung son ko, yung eldest ko, yung mga Volkswagen. So, minsan pupunta kami sa Volkswagen show out of town. Yan. And weekly dinner dates with my family. So, katulad ngayon, sabi ko nga, nag-milk tea dates sila. Kung hindi ako guest, kasama ako doon sa milk tea date nila ngayong gabi. So, yun yung bonus ko for being a work-at-home VA accountant mom. Yan. Okay na?
Oy! Ang ganda lang, bitin-bitin.
Bitin ba?
Oh, chef. Okay lang yan. Okay yung bitin. Maganda yun. So, may mga tanong. Tanungin ko na agad yung tanong. Tatlo lang naman eh. Pero bitin. Okay.
Okay.
Saan na ba yun? Ano daw yung business na nag-fail? Alam mo ng mga tao gustong marinig yung mga bad eh. Sige, ano lang malaman.
Okay, sige. Yung business na nag-fail, it's a pharmacy franchise business. So, ang lesson doon is, kung hindi mo siya interest at hindi mo siya core, huwag mo yung pasukin. So, kasi parang ano siya eh, diba, nung time kasi na yun, usong-uso yung mga franchise, lalo na yung pharmacy. So, go din kami. Ayan, yun. Yun, nangyari. Kung mabibigay ko rin na tip para din sa mga gustong maging VA, wag stick din kayo kung ano yung talaga yung strength nyo, ano yung interest nyo. Wag kayong ano ba? Huwag kayong porke dahil mataas yung rate doon or dahil karamihan ng VA nandun nag-apply, doon din kayo. So, focus kung ano talaga yung strength nyo kasi doon kayo magiging happy. Kasi ang ending minsan, i-end nyo rin yung contract nyo kasi hindi nyo kayang tagalan yung ganong klaseng trabaho. Yeah.
Tanong pa tayo.
Questions.
Ilang oras ka ba daw nagtatrabaho sa isang araw?
Okay. Iba-iba kasi yung work ko ngayon, may dalawa kasi akong clients ngayon pero parehong part-time. So hindi ako nakatali sa business hours nila. Kung kailan ako free, basta yung output ko, ma-deliver ko on my committed time, walang problema. Ang work hours ko, normally, pagtulog yung kids ko. So it's either between 9 to 11 a.m. at saka 2 to 6 p.m.
So, ikaw nag-determine ng work hours mo?
Oo, ako nag-determine ng work hours. Meron lang sila sa akin, may sinet sila sa akin na maximum hours for a week. Tapos ako na bahala kung basta matatapos ko yung reports, whatever yung pinapagawa nila sa akin.
I have a question for everyone. Narinig nyo ba yon? Sino ang nag-determine ng working hours ni Andrea? Sige na, come on. Did you hear that? Some of you probably didn't get it, but let's see. That's a very important aspect of being a VA or work from home. Sino po ang nag-determine ng kanyang trabaho? Doink. I'm gonna get the presentation from you, ha, Andrea?
Ay, sige.
Para makalagay ako ng notes for everyone to see. Sagutin nyo. Yan. Siguro naman, okay lang. Okay lang sa inyo. At least clear naman sa inyo na you get to pick. There are times that you get to pick your work times depending if you agree to get that kind of job. Okay? So, okay. Balik tayo sa mga tanong. Nagre-maintain ka ba ng sabi tayo, Dayan, are you still maintaining your CPA PRC license?
Yes, oo. Yes. Kasi para sa akin, bonus din yun kasi minsan ang requirement ng client CPA.
Mm-hmm. Ayan, para sa mga
At saka,
pakita ko yung picture nyo sa second photo mo. So, you can go ahead and answer questions if you can see them. Look for some questions also.
So, may question dito si Amador Lim. Yung downloadable mong bundle na webinar ay finish mo lahat pinakinggan after noon online ka na. After noon work online ka na. Yun. So as I mentioned kanina, hindi ko natapos agad yung downloadable yung assignment. Kasi yung sa akin kasi napilitan ako dahil sa circumstance na mag-work from home agad. Pero kahit na nag-work from home ako, tinatapos ko pa rin yung BA assignment ko. And natapos ko naman na. Ongoing checking siya ngayon nila Jasmine.
Ayan. The reason why she's able to do that is because of the obvious thing na nag-apply siya as an accountant, yun naman ang alam niya. Kung yun ang alam mo, nag-apply ka as that, hindi mo kailangan gawin yung assignment. Kasi they're gonna test you on what you know. So if you know accounting, edi great. Dapat alam mo.
Oo, tama.
The VA assignment was designed for somebody na ang alam lang Facebook. And there's no way you can prove na may alam ka sa internet or sa computer. So, pinagawa ko sa inyo yung VA assignment sa seminar para meron kayong ma-boast sa clients. Okay, Oks? Ayan. Tuloy. Daming tanong.
Although yung yung VA assignment, nakatulong siya sa akin kasi bago ako mag-VA, hindi ko naman alam yung mga apps, saka yung mga tools online, tulad yung mga Dropbox. Yung unang-una kong client, ginagamit niya lang Dropbox para mag-transfer sa akin ng files. So, kung hindi ako marunong nun, di tatanungin ko pa siya, ano yung Dropbox? So, dahil dun sa assignment, at least alam ko, okay, alam ko yung Dropbox. Confident ako kahit paano. So, yan. Where do you get the accounting jobs? Sabi ni Romela Untalan. Sa Odesk. Sa Odesk ako usually nag-apply kasi mas user-friendly siya for me. So, para sa akin, mas madaling mag-browse ng jobs. Question galing kay Beth Soriao. Kamusta ang pay? Okay naman yung pay. You can set yung pay rate kasi ikaw na magsiset eh. Depende sa tingin mong value mo. So, kung sa tingin mo very valuable ka at saka nataas ang confidence mo, you can set it higher. Ang napansin ko kasi sa client, willing sila magbayad ng mas mataas basta makita nila sa'yo na nasa iyo yung hinahanap nila na skill. Share ko lang, dun sa, I think, both clients, nung nag-apply ako, kasi pag nag-apply ka sa Odesk, makikita mo magkano yung average na bid ng mga applicants. So, nung nag-apply ako, medyo mas mataas ako kumpara sa average. Pero, yun, ako pa rin yung hinire nila. Kasi, nasa pagmamarket mo naman yung sa sarili mo. And syempre, dapat mapatunayan mo na talagang you're worth that rate.
I have a question. How did you think you were able to prove na you were worth that rate?
Okay. Kasi, yung both clients ko, nakaka-receive na ako sa kanila ng magandang feedback na talagang minsan sa Skype na sasabihin nila, sabihin nila, thank you very much for you're awesome. Talagang your awesome job, your professionalism, yung mga ganun. Kasi, just to share, may isa kasi ang client, meron siyang existing accountant nung pumasok ako. Kaya lang, may mga complaints siya dun sa VA niya na yun. So, parang, hinire niya ako to double check. Parang, pareho kaming magtatrabaho separately. Gusto niya i-compare. So, parang, mas nakikita niya sa akin na mas realistic yung binibigay kong numbers sa kanya and mas transparent yung nagiging computation ko. And sinabi rin naman niya sa akin na yung rate ko mas mataas kaysa dun sa existing accountant niya. Pero, he chose to keep me instead. Dahil nga dun sa value na nabibigay ko dun sa client. Yan. Nasagot ko ba?
I think so. One thing I think lang naman. Can everybody tell me yung hindi lang yung makaka-agree lang. Hindi niyo naiintindihan yung ibig sabihin ng value na sinasabi ni Andrea. Just tell us actually honestly if it is a clear idea for you or anong ibig mo sabihin value. Hula ko lang yon na some of you are saying, what do you mean value? Hindi ba yung value yun yung aking sweldo? Kasi it's not the same. Okay, so if you need clarification, please do say, please clarify. Otherwise, hindi kami magka-clarify. Thank you. Sabi ni Jesusita, disbursing officer daw siya.
Okay.
Pwede ba siyang maging, ano bang klaseng VA yung pwede doon?
Pag disbursing officer, may alam ka rin sa accounting, di ba? Bookkeeping.
Yun.
Yun. Tama ba? Sagot ko ba? Yun. Tapos,
Yeah, okay yun.
ah,
Ano daw mga account? Ayun, tuloy lang.
sorry. Merong isang question dito na gusto ko.
Sige, game.
Galing kay Nesty, How can you adjust or prepare your mind from having a high salary abroad and potentially lower income when you start as a VA? Okay. Para sa akin, itong question na to, yung sagot sa question na to will really depend on your objective. Bakit gusto mong maging VA? Sa akin kasi, ang objective ko nun is to be able to take care of my kids personally while earning income on the side. Parang bonus na lang sa akin na magkaroon ako ng sweldo habang nasa bahay at habang kasama ko maghapon yung mga anak ko. So, sa akin, okay lang kahit medyo mas mababa or hindi kapantay ng sweldo ko noon yung income ko ngayon. Kasi, yun nga, bonus na lang siya eh. Kaya parang ang naging sweldo ko na is yung nakikita, everyday kasama ko sila, ako na yung person na nag-aalaga sa kanila. Ang, it will all depend on your objective. Okay. Are you
Naman
currently
doon, sobrang
using
ganda.
accounting software for your, yeah.
Sabi ko, sobrang ganda ng sagot. Totoo yun.
Thank you.
Kasi baka
Yun.
naman, most of you guys are thinking of pera lang. If you're going to compare pera lang, mag-OFW ka na lang. Kalimutan mo na yung everything else. Family, homesickness, pera lang eh. But if you're going to
Yes.
think of the other things, yung mas more important than pera lang, then you can make a good decision. O sige, tuloy ikaw na ulit.
Okay. Good. So, are you currently using accounting software for your client? Galing kay Sally. Mhm. Um, yung dalawa kong client, ang napansin ko kasi nalilinya ako sa mga problemadong accounting systems. Yung mga nag-uumpisang businessman pero wala pang accounting system na nakaset up. So, ang meron lang sila is spreadsheet. Not even Excel, spreadsheet talaga na merong cash in, cash out, gano'n lang. So, sa ngayon, wala pa akong ginagamit na accounting system para sa client kasi sila mismo ayaw pa. Gusto nila okay na sila muna na i-Excel ko kasi mas naiintindihan din nila sa Excel. Pero pareho sila, nag-explore din ako nung ang direction kasi nila sa akin, hanapan sila ng hindi muna masyadong mahal na accounting software. Kasi nga, nag-uumpisa pa lang sila and inaayos pa namin yung accounting system nila. So, currently, I'm exploring Xero, QuickBooks, saka Wave na accounting systems. So, inaaral ko rin siya kasabay nung in parallel sa pagsiset up. Galing kay Eugenio Peralta, as a VA, paano ka sinusweldohan ng client mo? Sa Odesk, na rin niya ako sinusweldohan. Sa Odesk kasi, para siyang may, para siyang may e-wallet na doon, paano ba? Parang may account ka doon. Lahat ng earnings mo, doon ay ipon. And then when you choose to withdraw na, pwede mo siyang withdraw to your bank account. Parang matatransfer siya doon sa, for example, BPI na bank account na nakalink doon sa Odesk mo. May charge na lang yun. Okay. Ayan. Ito, magandang question. Emmanuel Aragoza. After the transition, dumating ba yung point na gusto mong bumalik sa dati mong company? Never. Never pa. At sana wag nang dumating. Kasi, sabi ko nga, very busy ako ngayon, pero mas happy ako kasi very flexible yung time. Saka mas feeling ko, mas empowered ako this time na mag-isa ako. Noon kasi, pag may boss ka, pag hindi mo alam yung gagawin mo, punta ka sa boss mo, tanong ka, consult ka. Ngayon, pag hindi mo alam yung gagawin mo, research ka sa internet, diskarte mo. Pag nagkamali yung desisyon mo, paninindigan mo na yun, accountability mo na. Mas fulfilled yung feeling ko ngayon na parang ako lahat. Nakikita ko siya end-to-end mula sa pagsiset up namin hanggang sa ma-implement. Yan. Okay. Can you tell us more about your second gig? Galing kay Dayan. Yung second gig ko, ganun din siya. 2 years pa lang in operation yung business niya as a web design company. Wala rin siyang accounting system. Siya lang, as the owner, siya lang din yung nagmo-monitor ng pera niya. Pero ang monitoring niya is, pag pumasok yung pera, magkano expenses niya, ganun lang. Tapos magkano yung natira sa bank account niya, yun yung kita niya. Ganun. So, gusto niya magkaroon ng formal reports na, tsaka yung profitability ng bawat services na ino-offer niya. Gusto niya makita kung talagang kumikita ba or lugi pala siya. So, basically, same. Pareho sila halos ng first client ko, ganun din. Except that yung first client ko, buy and sell, retail naman siya. Retail sa Amazon. Is it still... Okay. May questions pa ba?
Sige, ako na lang. Tulungan kita.
Okay. Okay.
Nakagawa ka ba ng vlog?
Yes, nakagawa ako.
Can you send us the link to the blog?
Okay, saan ako nagtatype?
Hindi pa ata na-check yung vlog niya. So, wag niyo
Hindi pa,
masyadong gagayahin.
kakasubmit ko lang ah. Oo, wag.
Baka gayahin
Kakasend ko lang.
basta.
Teka lang ah.
Okay, just to explain something about the blog. Ikaw na nga mag-explain?
Ako? Okay. So,
para saan ba yan?
okay. Yung blog is, ito yung assignment pag nag-avail ka ng VA seminar or kahit yung VA downloadable ni Jomar. Ang assignment is, pwede ko ba sabihin kung ano yung assignment? Okay. You need to make 10 tutorials ng mga iba-ibang apps, iba-ibang online tools. Kasi bukod sa this will boost your confidence kasi may alam ka na online, gagamit mo rin siya pag nag-BBA work ka na. So in my case, I was able to use Intuit, QuickBooks, Dropbox, tsaka Hightail.
So let's look for some more questions that we can actually answer. Okay, so
Okay.
Training question, yung training na bundle lang ba ang kailangan to start becoming a VA? O ikaw bahala dyan.
Yung training na bundle?
Yung nakuha mo, yun lang ba yung kailangan para maging VA ka na?
Kasi yung training kasi just bibigyan ka niya lang ng confidence and online presence. So pag yung client mo may hinihinging portfolio sa'yo, pag nag-a-apply ka na, hihingan kasi kanila ng portfolio para makita nila kung gaano ka marunong talaga sa internet tsaka sa online na jobs. Yun yung mapapakita mo sa kanila. But aside from that, I think yung readiness talaga sa sarili. And yung objective mo, that's the most important para sa akin eh. Yung objective mo, bakit ka mag-work at home.
Okay, thank you for that. Here's another question, dalawang nagtanong. Nag-take ka ba ng test sa ODES before you applied?
Yes. Kasi nga, dahil nga wala akong VA assignment, kailangan may mapakita ako sa client na proof na marunong akong accounting. And yung blog ko naman, it doesn't show naman anything about accounting. So, nag-take ako ng tests, mga accounting tests dun sa ODES. And dun nakapaskil yun sa ODES profile ko. Mapakita ka sila kung top 10% ka, top 20%. So, yun.
So, nakakabilib sa sarili yon pag medyo top ka pag nasa ODES.
Ah, yes.
Di ba? Kasi around the world, top
Actually,
ka.
oo, tama. And ginamit ko rin yun dun sa first client ko kasi nga hindi ko masagutan yung test niya. So, sinabi ko na you can refer to my ODESC exams that I'm on the top 10%, top 20% of the accounting exams. So, yeah. Okay. May isang question dito kay Dory Santos. Paano kung accounting graduate ka lang at hindi CPA? It doesn't matter. Ang importance is yung knowledge mo sa accounting and yung confidence mo.
Ayun, sinagot na kayo confidence na naman. Sasagutin ko yan.
Hindi importante.
Hindi importante po ang BS degree. Sasagutin ko yung tanong on value using
Okay.
something different for everyone. So, sa mga hindi ako kilala, nagtitrain ako ng mga tao paano maging VA, paano maging online marketer, essentially earn online. So, let me just help you understand what value is. Sabi nila, it's quality of work. Pwede. Ano ba masagot nyo? Ano yung value? May mga nagsagot dyan ko ano yung sabihin ng value Nasaan na ba yun? Nahirapan naman ako. Ano sagot nyo? What is value? Ayun. Capabilities. Okay. Okay, probably yes, but not completely. Here's a way to understand it from the point of view of Andrea. Sabi niya, punta ka sa ODES. O, di ba, andali? Tapos tingnan mo yung average, yung range ng rates for this job. Diba, in your case, accountant. In her case lang naman. Tingnan mo yung range. So, magsa-search ka ng jobs. Tapos nakalagay doon $1 an hour to, let's say, $50 an hour. Okay. Halimbawa lang. So, ito yung sabi sa inyo ni Andrea, hindi to hinuhulaan. Pupunta lang kayo sa ODESK. Lalagyan ko ng verb para masaya. Go to ODESK. Tapos, lalagay ko yung sino sabi, Andrea says. Ayan. Yan ang sinabi niyang value. Tapos, hanapin mo yung sarili mo in between the range. In the range, what do you feel? Confidence yan. Walang number yan. Ngayon ko lang maglalagay. Is your value. Ayan. Itong sasagot. Ang magsasagot dyan, ikaw. Okay? Pag hindi mo kayang sagutin yan, malaki problema natin. Mag-attend ka ng BA seminar o mag-download ka. Kasi basic problem yan. Hindi ko alam ang value ko. Ang alam kong value, yung sinesweldo ko noon. Janitor ka dati. Wala tayo dyan ngayon. How do you increase your value? Ayan. Gumawa ka ng something like this. Ayan. Di ba? Nung nakita nyo yung vlog ni Andrea, ano dating? Mukha bang wala siyang alam sa internet? Sige, sagutin nyo. Dali. Tandaan nyo, hindi nyo to ginamit para mag-apply Pero impression lang. Accountant ang gumawa niyan, meron ba siyang alam o mukhang may alam? So, if pag ang dating pala, parang may alam, pwede bang $1 yan o pwedeng ilapit na yan sa 50? Ganun yun. Ang pipili ng number, ikaw. Kung mababatingin mo sa sarili mo, kasi halimbawa, nireject ka ng magulang mo, nireject ka ng kamag-anak mo, no kidding. Masakit ang past mo, mababa yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, mababa yung tingin mo sa value mo. Magaling ka pala. Wala nagsasabi sa'yo. So, kaya kailangan you need to be in an environment like my mastery group na nag-i-encourage sa'yo. Ayan. Nasa ano na tayo, mundo na tayo ng psychology. Okay. So, yun. Sana nasagot namin yung tanong niyo tungkol sa value. Okay. Maghahanap pa kami ng tanong. Ano daw mga test na
Mm.
tinake mo sa Odesk, if you can remember?
Ah, lahat, hindi ko na maalala. Financial planning, meron. Basic accounting, syempre.
Siyempre.
Oo. Meron
English.
din ng mga about in English meron o English, pero usually mga office, mga, ano ba to? Mga Microsoft Office, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, yon. Mga ganun yung mga tinake ko eh. Hmm,
Lang ha, hanap akong tanong.
may question dito
Go, sige, go.
si Annalyn Mercader. Gusto ko lang sagutin. How does your husband support you for being a VA? Kasi sabi mo, medyo busy ka din kahit work at home ka po. Yan. Kasi kahit naman work at home ako, hawak ko yung oras ko. So, basta I make sure na nagagawa pa rin syempre yung mga dapat gawin sa bahay. And then the rest, para sa trabaho. So, busy lang ako pag wala siya.
Nationality of clients? Do you have a written contract?
Mayroon kaming contract sa Odesk.
Nga, tama nga naman.
Tapos yung clients ko, isang French client na based sa Hong Kong, tapos yung isa taga Bahamas.
Wow, so si...
Yes. Tapos, the question dito si Emmanuel Aragoza. Di ba more risky dahil if you made a couple of mistakes, they can change you immediately? Para sa akin, hindi. Kasi, syempre unang-una kailangan talaga bago mo gawin yung moves, bago ka mag-recommend or you make a decision, talagang kailangan kunin mo kasi yung buy-in ng client eh. Hindi ka naman basta-basta din gagawa ng decision. Lahat yun halos recommendation lang na, for example, sa case ko, gagawa ako ng profitability analysis ng products niya. Sabihin ko parang ito mababa yung profit rate, baka gusto mo taasan natin, gano'n. So lahat yun may buy-in naman niya. So kung sakaling mali, hindi mo lang din naman solo yung yung mistake. At the same time, para sa akin hindi siya risky kasi kung medyo sanay ka na sa VA work, ang dami pang iba, maraming clients out there just waiting for you. How to determine a client whether it was legit or not? Galing kay Eric. Sa Odesk, makikita mo naman na merong review. Meron silang rating kung nung mga previous contractors na nag-work na for them. So, pag medyo wala pa siyang rating or 0 stars, hindi ako nag-apply. Or hindi ko tinatanggap kung may invitation to interview man. Hindi ko siya tinatanggap.
So, kailangan may star bago mo pansinin. Very good idea.
Yes.
So, may
Kailangan
star.
may star and dapat at least 4 stars.
Okay, sa Odesk. Iba ang rules ng accounting sa ibang bansa. How are you able to serve them?
Yung rules kasi ang accounting na ginagamit ko, hindi ako bookkeeper. More on financial analyst. So yung recording, usually may separate na in charge sila doon. Tapos ako yun nga, sa financial report, sa profitability. Yung mga clients ko, intentionally din, namili ako ng clients na walang tax. Kasi like sa Bahamas, wala silang tax. Then sa Hong Kong, parang hindi siya
Napakailaman.
ano pa lang parang startup pa lang siya. So hindi rin siya pinapakailaman. Yun. So hindi ako nagko-compute ng tax. Yung ginagamit ko namang accounting standards lang siya eh. So it's the basic debit credit assets, income, liabilities. Okay.
Very good. So, ano lang talaga, sound accounting principles, not laws on
Yes.
taxes. Yun, kaya pala,
Oo.
kaya pwede.
Not loss. Hindi ako, pag medyo may tax na, hindi ko na rin kinukuha yung job kasi hindi rin naman ako expert sa tax.
Ayan. So, there's a generic question on rejection. Of course, na-reject ka na sa application mo. So, how do you handle the
Yes, of
rejection?
course. Move on. Ang daming ibang client. Yun nga, sabi ko nga, di ba, kahit data encoding, na-reject ako noon. Pero, ang sa akin ko, ang motto ko kasi, kung hindi mo naman susubukan, hindi mo malalaman. So, apply lang. Kung ayaw nila, edi wag. Move on. Next client.
So, walang drama.
Walang drama.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm running out of questions. So, ano ba?
Paano, ito may question si Jinky. Paano nire-report sa client kung ilang oras na yung natrabaho mo?
Isama mo na rin yung tanong na paano mo sinasubmit yung work mo.
Okay. So sa Odesk, kasi dahil puro Odesk ang gig ko, kasi nga user-friendly siya, meron kasi pinapa-install na yung Odesk sa'yo na time tracker. So every 10 minutes, it takes a screenshot ng screen mo para makita talagang nag-work ka. So doon pa lang, binibilang na yung hours work mo and yun yung ibibill nila sa client. No need for me to personally send them an invoice para sa hours work ko.
Nice.
Um, Sorry, ano yung isang question?
Yun na. Paano mo sinasubmit yung work mismo?
Yung work mismo, through email. Through email, through Skype, or through Dropbox.
Okay. Dali-dali. Is there a difference between financial statement preparation with your client abroad? Hindi naman ata nag-prepare ka ng financial statement, di ba, FS?
Ako, income statement lang.
Income statement daw. Yun lang.
Wala,
Oh, ito yung pang Miss Universe na question. Ano ang payo mo sa mga taong gustong maging katulad mong work from home na kasama ang mga bata?
okay.
I thank you.
So, okay. um, Ilang beses ko na to sinabi, unang-una is, ano ba objective mo? Alamin mo talaga ano yung objective mo, bakit mo gusto magtrabaho. Is it money? Is it time with the family? Is it fulfillment? Is it, kasi iba talaga, they're after fulfillment sa corporate, gusto nila ma-promote na ma-promote. So, sa case ko, ang objective ko is to spend time with my family. So, I chose to work from home. Ang advice ko is kung ano man yung piliin mo na path dahil kung ano man yung ma-decidean mo talaga objective mo, ngayon create ka ng plans to be able to achieve that objective. So, in my case, objective ko to stay at home, to take care of my kids personally. Ano yung plans to achieve that? Resign from work from home. Yun. Tapos, ah, sorry, nawala ako. Yung um, focus din on your core skill. Ano talaga yung magaling ka. Hindi lang dahil andun yung mataas na rate or andun lahat nag-a-apply na VA. Focus on your skill and your interests.
Okay, thank you very much for being with us, Andrea. The show is not finished
Thank
yet,
you.
pero nandiyan na yung mga babies so I'll leave you to your children.
Sorry.
Hello,
Oo,
hello na
narinig
lang
mo
sa
na.
mga tao sa bahay nyo, asawa mo, mga babies. Okay. Thank you everyone for staying put and asking the questions. I'll leave you na. You can go to your children na hindi na kita papasalitain kasi
It's
baka
okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll just answer some of the questions and explain the difference between the seminar on March 22 and the one that you got from 2 years ago, yung VA seminar. So, have I
Okay.
Thank you very much, Andrea. You can stay if you want. I'll let you talk whatever whenever you wanna interject. Ikaw nang bahala, okay?
Okay.
Pero formally,
Okay, thank you.
take over ko muna, okay? Salamat
Okay, thank
with us and
you.
inspiring everyone.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Okay. So,
Okay.
i-mute mo na yung sarili mo if you're not going to say anything. Okay? So, nandito tayo ngayon with me, Jomar Hilario. I train people on becoming virtual assistants and online marketers. And I just want to answer a question that always comes up during these interviews. The one on taxes. So, ang ginawa namin, we asked a guy, he's an accountant. I'll give you his name. We asked him, he's close to the government, as in close to the government. He's close to the BIR. He told us regarding taxes and online work. So this is not from me. This is from Juan Abrea. You can Google him, ask him about me, ask him about online, and he'll answer probably the same thing. He told us regarding taxes, the Philippine government is not yet ready to accept your tax. Okay? So wag ka muna magbayad until they're ready. They don't know how to classify you kasi virtual assistant does not exist yet eh. So yeah. Now, if you do want to pay taxes because you have certain amount of guilt, alam mo na yung guilt na, naku, dapat ata magbayad ako. Then my suggestion is to start your own company. Mag-form ka muna ng single proprietor and you hire people like Andrea to do your taxes for you. And that's the normal situation everywhere in the world for a virtual assistant paying taxes. You create a company. Ano ka muna, single proprietor ka muna. Ganun. If you seriously want to follow what I say, and some of you do, hindi ka magsi-single proprietor, you're going to spend and create a corporation. I'm not kidding. But regarding taxes, ayan, sabi ni Attorney Mon Abrea, the government is not ready to accept your taxes. They don't know how to classify you. Wait na lang daw until the government is ready to accept your taxes. Then you can pay. Okay? Or just go get a company set up. Okay? So at least yun. Now, for those asking the question na mas mataas ba yung sweldo mo kaysa dati, hindi na namin sinagot yon because it's answerable by the question, bakit mo ba gusto mag-work from home? Gusto mo bang tumaas lang ang sweldo mo? Kung gusto mong tumaas ang sweldo mo, mag-apply ka na lang sa ibang kumpanya or work so hard that you get promoted. Tataas ang sweldo mo, di ba? Tama ba? Because answer ni Andrea dyan, and she has answered it about 3 times, her goal was not to have a higher pay. Her goal was to be with her kids. So for those of you asking that question, what's your goal? If it's completely higher pay, isipin nyo mo muna kung yun ba yung gusto nyo lang. Okay? Kasi not everybody starts high, not everybody starts low. And this is the reason why I have 2 different seminars. Yung first seminar, yung ginawa ko last year, is the VA seminar. Can you do me a favor and type the word VA seminar para gets nyo? And that seminar was designed for first-timers na wala silang idea masyado kung paano mag-start as an online worker. Kasi totally willing naman sila mag-start from the bottom. Ang bottom is defined as about 10,000 pesos a month. Okay? So yan yung VA seminar. I do not hold this seminar anymore live. If you want to get that seminar, you just have to download it. It's not free. It's a 9-hour thing with a lot of bonuses. But it's worth your time and worth your effort to invest in yourself. Now, that's the one we did last year. That's the VA seminar, right? And if you want to get that, this is the same one that Andrea got, okay? Yan yung link. jhilary.com/download seminar. Ngayon, I have a new one. I have a new seminar and it's happening on March 22. Can everybody type the word March 22 para clear ako? This is a different one. Okay? The March 22 event, ang pangalan niyan is almost the same but it's different. Watch. March 22 is a Saturday and that one is called VA Seminar 101. Okay, mahaba to Ako mag-type nyo na nga 101 para naman clear tayo na ibang-iba talaga siya. VA Seminar 101 is still about virtual assistants. It's still basic. It's still for beginners, kaya siya 101. But ito yung title niya. How to work from home as a hindi siya virtual assistant, highly paid content marketing strategist. Ayan. Now, it would be great if I could interview somebody na ganito. Pero unfortunately, wala pa akong kilalang VA na ganito. Okay? Aside from my own VAs na tinitrain ko para maging ganito. At saka yung people sa online mentoring club. Okay? So, yung VA Seminar 101, ang title niya, How to Work from Home as a Highly Paid Content Marketing Strategist. Kaya siya 101 kasi pang beginner. You don't have to attend the first one. The VA seminar sa taas, you don't have to attend that one. Yung sinabi ni Andrea sa inyo na assignment, iba itong assignment ng content marketing strategist. And the reason why we made this is because I need your yes or no, do you want to start off na mataas agad ang rates? Hindi kayo naka $3 an hour. Okay? Would you like to experience how it is to start? As in, kakasimula nyo lang, pero mataas agad yung rate. Or mataas agad yung tinatawag nating value. Interesado ba kayong ganon? Mataas yung value nyo, mataas yung tingin nyo sa sarili nyo, mataas ang tingin sa inyo ng kliyente. Even if, kakasimulan nyo lang. Kasi nakakaisang buwan pa lang kayo. After the seminar, isang buwan pa lang ang lumilipas. Kasi the assignment here is, though we're gonna give you 2 months, it's actually short enough na matapos mo siya in 1 month's time. Tapos, ang confidence mo talagang tataas talaga. Kasi, I'm about to end. Let me just explain that the reason why we're doing this is ikaw ang sagot. Can you type this? Ako ang sagot. Lagay mo yung pangalan mo. Si Bernie ang sagot. Si Nesty ang sagot. Oo, Nesty, yan yung tinuturo ko sa inyo sa OMC3. Ito yung tinuturo ko sa online mentoring club. Okay? Ikaw ang sagot sa tanong ng kliyente. Ito yung tanong ng kliyente. Okay? The question that they ask all the time. What do I do in Facebook to earn more money? To get, hindi to earn more money. To get more clients. To get more clients. Long term. Yan. Yan ang tanong. Yung content marketing strategist, okay, yan yung sagot sa tanong na what do I do in Facebook to get more clients? So kung may kumpanya, ang tanong ganito, what do I do in Facebook to get more clients long term? Meron ba kayong kilalang kumpanya na hindi interesado sa sagot na ito? Yung tanong nito, may kilala ba kayong kumpanya na walang pakialam sa sagot na sa tanong nito? Siguro mga tricycle driver, they don't care about Facebook, no? Pero pag malalaking mga kumpanya, sa tingin mo ba, kahit medium, kahit small, gusto pa nila yan? MLM company, halimbawa, gusto pa nila yan? What if turuan ko kayo paano sagutin yan? As in, impressive. Impressive in the way you will answer that question. Kasi pag pinakita mo yung sagot mo, sabihin lang, wow, ang galing-galing mo naman. Paano mo ginawa yan? Ang sagot mo, isang buwan na research. Pero madali lang gawin ng research. Now, I've actually taught this twice na. Last year, we did a content marketing workshop. Tinuruan ko sila. And today, I'm teaching this to the online mentoring club na students. Okay? Pero sa online mentoring club, tinuturo ko sa kanila ito as entrepreneurs. Ituturo ko sa inyo ito as virtual assistants. Medyo iba ang treatment, ha? So, ibang-iba yung assignment. So, just to be clear, if you're an online mentoring club member, it's up to you if you want to attend VA Seminar 101. Pero tinuturo ko na sa inyo yan. Okay? Online mentoring club members. Okay? Yung nag-attend ng content marketing workshop, you actually know more. Okay? Pero it's really up to you if you want to attend the March 22. Now, if you're a beginner, you want to start big agad, and you are committed. Can you type the word, I'm committed? Ikaw, lagay mo yung pangalan mo. Hilda is committed. Okay? Or Bernie is committed. Then, if you're committed to start big agad, no? And after the seminar, magko-commit ka na 1 to 2 months, gagawin mo yung assignments. Sobrang wipe out talaga yung tingin sa'yo. So, ang galing mo naman, sasabihin sa'yo ng mga possible clients. And I'm going to teach you a way para pag-agawan ka nila. Kasama yan sa assignments. Okay? And we're not going to go to Odesk. We're gonna go directly to entrepreneurs. Pwede tayong mag-Odesk kung gusto nyo, pero there are other ways to do that. Okay? Para highly paid ka, high in demand pa, di ba? So yun naman. So my encouragement to you guys is if you wanna follow the footsteps of the people we're interviewing, like Andrea Chu tonight, go get your seat to the March 22 seminar. And the website there to go is filipinova.com. Ayan. filipinova.com. Ayan. So that's the website. You have to go there now. Go now. And register bago maubos ang aking upuan. Okay? Though, yes, it's March 22. Let me just tell you the secret. We'll start training you on this March 1. Let me repeat that. March 22 is the seminar, right? Sabi nga, March 21, March 1, we start learning. Type mo nga, March 1, we start learning. Here's the thing, the earlier you join, the earlier you get the materials. Meron kaming advanced materials. You have to go through them. Okay? March 1 ng schedule. Pero if you sign up within the week, papadala na namin sa inyo yung advanced material kasi para pagdating sa seminar hindi na kayo ano yun. Are you happy with that? As in, oriented na kayo kung ano yung gagawin, ano yung tuturo ko sa inyo sa seminar para hindi kayo nangangapa. Okay? The 2 skills you need to attend the seminar is Google. Actually, yun lang. Saka Facebook. Google and Facebook. Kung meron ka mag-Google, meron ka mag-Facebook, pwede ka na din sa seminar na yan. Okay? May pairs din yan. Okay? Pag downloadable, may downloadable version itong VA Seminar 101. Ganun din ang gagawin namin. Maghihintay kayo until March. Now, this is a live event, but there's also a downloadable option for this one. Okay? The first one that you're seeing, hindi yan yun. Yung VA Seminar, iba yun. Ibang downloadable yan. You're looking at the VA Seminar 101 downloadable. Iba din yun. Sabay-sabay tayo ng schedule even if you downloads, okay? The venue, hindi pa kami final sa venue, nagpipili pa kami between 2. It's either Tivoli Garden again sa Mandaluyong or PTTC sa Pasay. So that's Buendia or Mandaluyong sa tapat ng Makati Mandaluyong Bridge. It's probably Tivoli Garden again. Yung magandang building sa tapat ng Makati City Hall. So that's the venue. Okay, looks. Ano pa ba? So let me just correct myself. We're not starting on March 1. We're going to start sending you the materials with mga next week. Okay? Next week na. Type nyo yan. Next week, we start learning. Okay? If you delay your sign up to March 21, wala kang time to review. You understand? We don't want you to magmamadali ka kasi late ka na nag-decide. So don't delay in signing up. Number 2, we increase prices very soon. So don't get it at those high prices. Pwede mo naman gawin ngayon. Charge mo sa card mo, pay it later, you know what I mean? Tapos, and we want us to give you the advanced materials way in advance para hindi ka nangangapa lalo na kung hindi ka masyado sanay sa internet. Right? This is a brand new seminar, so there are no repeaters yet. Hindi ka pa pwedeng mag-repeat kasi bagong-bago yung events. Okay? Nikki, nandiyan ka ba? So, papaalam na ako So, if you have any questions, can we have Nikki and or Jasmine take over. Tas tulog na kami. Okay lang ba? 11 na kasi. Okay. This seminar is included in Bundle 3. Correct, Dayan. Actually, we offered this seminar nung December pa. So, for those na nakakuha nung December, you got it at the lowest rate. For those na hindi nalaman itong event na to nung December, kunin nyo na ngayon habang maaga. Okay? Papatulog ata si Nikki. Hindi sumasagot eh. Nikki, nandiyan ka ba? Nothing. You bring probably nothing. We don't ask you to bring anything sa seminar. Literally nothing. Oh, the website to go to the seminar is filipinova.com. That goes for both downloadable and live. And you go there para makita mo kung how much because there are choices kung alin yung i-avail mo. Okay? The reason why we tell you nothing is because sa seminar, we give you your notebook, we give you your ball pen, we give you your bag, and kung ano-ano pa. And we're also going to offer a lot of freebies for this batch. Yeah. Puntahan nyo yung Filipino VA. Especially pag kumuha kayo ng premium, we're actually going to add some stuff dun sa premium. There are three choices kasi. The regular, premium, and dream. Let me suggest kunin nyo at premium or dream kasi magdadagdag kami ng bonuses dyan na kakaiba. We haven't offered before. Okay, we're also going to set up a contest for those who will. It's a Facebook contest in relation to this March 22 event. So hintayin nyo yan mga next week. And there's also going to be a raffle for those who attend. Okay. So, nag-attend kayo, meron kayong fun raffle. And we're going to give away something we haven't given away before. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very different naman. Again, as usual. O yan o. Paalam na ako. Sasagutin na kayo ni Nikki. Okay lang ba? Si Nikki as sumagot. Sleep na ako. Bawal kasi magpuyat. Alam niyo yun. Bawal yun. So, salamat for joining us. Do sign up immediately dito sa dalawang links. Get the download seminar or get into the VA seminar 101, downloadable or live. There is always a guarantee. If you're not happy, you can get your money back. That's our policy. And we even give you a gift if you want your money back, believe it or not. Nice gift, hindi basta gift. And just for trying it out. Okay? If you come in twos, meron kaming discounted rates pag dalawa kayo. Yan. Especially for the first timers, you will find that our events are very different, and the way we do stuff very different also. Okay. Even in our contests, even in our guarantees, lahat ng pinagagawa namin sa mga events namin. And every time there's an event, there's a raffle inside the event, mga ganyan. So take a look, and see where it brings you.